Farming's new face. The board of the country's biggest agricultural lobby group, Federated Farmers, meeting for the first time. It was a case of out with the old.
It's time. I know my time has come to an end in the role I've been in Federated Farmers for about 20 years plus, perhaps.
And in with the new, as the National Council voted out 5 members of the Fed's old guard, effectively ushering in a new era of farming leadership. And they seem pretty excited about it.
There was always going to be huge change because you sort of do it for 3 years and there was a lot that had done it for 3 years. So there's the strength in our organisation, the new people that continually come to the board table and the new people that get involved with Federated Farmers.
David Rose is just one of 2 surviving members of the old board. The other is the new president, Bruce Wills. David Rose will be handling the local government portfolio, a complex and wide-ranging part of every farmer's life. He says the constituents have so far made it clear what they are looking for from the board.
We're looking at issues like the Dunedin Stadium and how that's added a lot of cost to farmers that are heirs away from the stadium and how that should be handled more equitably because it's open to everybody. I mean, it's a bit like Parks and Reserves in Invercargill. Down there we had unfairness where farmers were paying 10 times more than the average ratepayer for something that's benefits everybody equally. So those are but 2 examples. There's a huge amount of examples in that.
Federated Farmers has always worked with the powers that be, both nationally and regionally, though at times that hasn't been straightforward. David Rose says they'll be keeping a close eye on the lead up to the November elections, prepared for any result.
It's another one of our strengths, apolitical. It doesn't matter who's in power. We've got an issue, we've got to talk to whoever it is that is dealing with the issue so that we can make a difference for our members, and we do.
One of the new faces and voices in Wellington is Anders Crowfoot. Formerly involved as Vice Chair of the Meat and Fibre section under Bruce Wills, Anders has made the step up onto the National Board through his work at iconic Wairarapa sheep station, Castle Point, via the USA. He's picked up the hot potato issue of animal identification, the year before the controversial NATE scheme is due to take effect.
Fed's position has still been, we're not very happy about it being a compulsory thing and that there might be other options, but we're sort of moving on from that and want to make sure that it actually works out best for our members possible. So we're still, we'll still be pushing to make sure that we don't wind up with something that's going to be hideously expensive and intrusive and doesn't accomplish anything.
He's also overseeing the telecommunications policy at the Federation and says he's excited by what he's heard of the rural broadband rollout so far.
One of the biggest things is actually having a reliable connection, which is what a lot of rural people, not only has it been pitifully slow, but it hasn't been particularly reliable. So hopefully the broadband infrastructure being built out will give you a reliable, at least faster connection.
With these and many other issues pressing agriculture from all sides, there is understandably minimal time to settle in. And how they do that could well change our farming future. Drew Chappell, Country 99 TV News.